Hello guys. So after taking two losses today, I have learned a lot of things like taking FOMOing and how the quality of my trades have been very bad lately, and how I've been losing a lot lately. Then I realized something. Some of these trades that I took look so down bad that it's like decreasing the quality of the setups. So I have made a one big change. That change is like I am only going to take A plus trades. Okay, I am not going to get lost in the lower time frame or just keep waiting for multiple things. Okay, I'm going to keep it as simple as possible, and I have made some changes uh in my trades in my rules, and I made it strict in a way that I don't take less low quality trades. So this is basic the playbook of my setup right now. So I'm only gonna take A plus trades from now, and the A plus trades, if there is a plus trade, I'm gonna take. If it's not there, I'm going to be staying out. I highly don't want to take a bad setup. Okay, so the drawn liquidity, so the drawn liquidity and the delivery and the context, these three are the main things. These have been always been the main thing, but I've been taking quite a lot of continuation trades in low resistance areas a lot lately, which are not high probability because my SL and TP are not the best place. And when my SL and TP aren't at the best place, and I'm looking for something that's more than my context, or somewhere that's like low probable for price to go, and that's something I don't want to. So I'm only going to take A plus rate, drawn liquidity, delivery, and context. These three are the things that I take from PDRS. So the main three PDRS that I'm going to be looking at the price or the swing points. The swing points are these highs, okay, and the lows, okay. These are the swing points. These swing points are usually the liquidity that you could see, okay. Swing points. Then the fair value gaps are these gaps that you can see right here, these fair value gaps. And the fair value areas are basically like this. It consists of the breaker block or an continuation break of structure or an order block. Okay, this thing, these are all fair value areas, something that comes like this. Okay, okay, this is my fair value area. So these things are the ones I'm going to be focusing at as for the PDRs, not order blocks. I mean, no order block like the candle like this, or no rejection block or anything. Plain FVG, FVA, and swing points. So the drawn liquidity narrative can be either of these. So I have took like last 20 days of price action in the charts, and I have seen like what are some good setups, and I have posted them in this chat for me. Okay, so I'll take and go through one by one. Okay, in ES first. Okay, first let me show you what and all are required for an entry. I need a drawn liquidity, and that must be a strong liquidity, a strong PDRA, a strong, or I mean a weak leg or something. Okay, and then narrative must be an fair value gap, swing point, or a fair value area. Fair value gaps work the best. Swing point and fair value area also works, which I just found out by just looking at it. So my recent trades have been like out of this, not from this. Like I'm taking like 1 minute swings and something, which works sometimes, but that sometimes gave me the confidence to keep doing them, but I keep forgetting that they are not the highest probability or the best of the quality. Okay, so the entries must definitely have a liquidity sweep prior to the entry. Okay, there must be a liquidity sweep prior to entry. Prior to entry in the sense, before I enter I need to see a sweep. Okay, it's not like a sweep that's like happened a hour or 2 hours ago. I need to see a sweep prior to my entry. Okay, prior. Okay, this is the nice thing. Okay, prior to my entry, the expansion. Okay, and these are like not everything is not needed. Sometimes I can take from IFVG, sometimes I can take from SMT with the CISD, or sometimes I can take from an uh, candle science perspective, or sometimes an expansion candle. Generally, IFVG works the best. SMT is lovely, CISD is lovely, or a sharp turn is also lovely. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so let me take my Discord and I'll go through the charts that I have analyzed. Okay, so this was today's. Okay, today I had two good entries. Okay, that was the first one was here. When we swept the London lows and we respected it, we go to 15 minutes. The 15 minutes first 15 minute fair value gap is this. We see a close above this 15 minute fair value gap, which says us that we are disrespecting. This is an IFVG, 15-minute IFVG in play. So I could take an entry here, SL here, TP at 1:1, which is the swing high. So this is basically the trade. Even though we are in this fair value gap, I don't expect it to hold because we have a good close about a nice decent close, and we have momentum. We have a lot of things that makes it a good quality setup because we swept and we had a lot of things, and also the strength in this candle is nice. Okay, so basically that's my first entry. Then this was the first scenario actually. Okay, the in scenario itself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the scenario and I'm going to mark out what are the areas that could be a good narrative in this scenario and what will be the context in this scenario. So basically, if I could, I'm looking for pre-market, I'm looking for a reversal at here, then my narrative must be this low. These lows are the narratives, and the opposite period. If I have an 1 hour fair value gap, that's my context. Or the 15-minute fair value gap, that's my context. Or the London high or the next highs, that's my context. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is the third scenario of today, which is if we see a close above this London highs and we are comfortable above the London highs, that means we could push higher. So in that case, I want to see price retrace into this. So what is I'll just I'm not what I did actually is try to enter at the top of here that would and keep my SL somewhere around it, which is very low probability and very bad quality trade. Okay, and the SL is not that nice. I got into 1 minute and I was trying to give the 1 minute protected SL. But the real trade, which was nice, was we had this 15-minute fair value area. We could just keep a limit at this 15-minute fair value area. SL below these lows, these SMT lows, so lower. Okay, we had this liquidity sweep as well. And TP is just 1:1. Okay, lower than this fair value. So basically, we are getting a good entry after a retracement. Okay, we are not entering at the market's overextended position. So instead of trying to take a trade, even if this trade won, instead of trying to trade, I'm happy this trade didn't win because I would have gone into the idea of taking low quality setups like this. So I'm happy that this is how the trade went, how I lost this trade, and I honestly learned that good quality setups are the main thing I should focus on more than the trying to catch the move or being a part of the move. Okay, so that's it. This okay. So on Friday, what I had was, we had this previous day high, but price didn't go on sweep it, so I couldn't look for any entries at this point. But we had a Asian low here. We swept it. Okay, we swept the Asian low. We gave this 15-minute IFVG. We gave that IFV this candle. I could take an entry here. SL at this area and TP 1:1 lower than this previous day high, and it's getting tapped. Easy. Okay, simple. I'm not dropping a time frame lower than 5 minutes at this area. Okay, I'm only going to 1 minute or 3 minute when I have like a 15-minute fair value gap and I want to take a 1 minute entry from 15 minutes within the 15-minute fair value gap context, which I'm not doing at this point. Okay, or from a 4 hour or 1 hour fair value gap. Here I'm just doing this simple thing. Okay, then this one I took in 25. I didn't take. I saw in 25 June. Yeah, the swing point of the narrative is the London highs, and the drawn liquidity, the Asian highs, are this one. But honestly, this would have been my drawn liquidity, this SMT. But when price closed below this low, that means we are not sweeping this high. So there is a good chance that we are going to take the Asian lows as well. So 1:1 at this point, at this expansion candle with the high SL covering the SMT high would be very lovely and it's a winner as well. Similarly, we had the swing points, London lows. We had a liquidity sweep, and the narrative was the London lows. Okay, we honestly didn't. Probably we could take an fair value. I mean the uh, CISD entry at this point, but we had a 15-minute farewell gap coming into this, so that was not the entry, but we had a close above this London Eye, not sweep but close. This close was also IFVG, a CISD, a fair value area and everything. So entry at this 5-minute fair value gap, at the 1 to 2 at 4 hour fair value gap, and drawn liquidity on 4 hour fair value gap is tapped is absolutely awesome. Okay, so this is some one good nice trade. And the next one is at 23 June Tuesday, which I also spotted, was the London lows highs are taken, swing point, narrative, and the drawn liquidity is a swing low, which is the drawn liquidity. We had this 15-minute sharp turn, and the sharp turn is fair value gap in and fair value gap out, and the 15-minute is invalidated. The rejection low is getting closed below. Okay, so this is also a nice thing to see. So entry on this candle 15 minutes, not even 5 minutes. I'm just playing with this shit on 15 minutes. 15 minutes, we had nothing higher also. The idea of resistance. SL above this, here TP 1 is to 1. Simple as fuck. I love this. Okay, basically that's the thing. So honestly, I saw all these quality setups only after taking the last 2 days. So I'm uh, thankful that I took it, and it's a blessing in disguise. I'm not gonna say this; it's gonna be clear from now on, but I'm going to backtest this and gather some real data. The data I already have with that low quality setups is already at 60%. If I take into account of these high quality setups, I'm sure it's gonna be really nice. And I am going to be doing backtesting sessions going forward, and then within the next few days, I'm going to try to cover few months of ES and NQ with this kind of A plus only setups, no shit setups. Okay, let's see. So this was the another. This was the one I was telling you about. Fair value gap context. We are not. We could take 1 hour fair value gaps context and look for trade inside that fair value gap to fair value gap context. Here, this is 15-minute fair value gap, and the 15-minute context is this 15-minute high. And we had this three. We had a sweep. We had an SMT. We had a 3-minute IFVG, which are enough for me to look for an entry. I look for an entry a limit at the IFVG, SL below the SL below this SMT lows, and take profit at 1 is to 1. We could even trim this loss SL by a bit. It's up to you. 1 is to 1 is kind of above it, but it is fine. I'll move to break even once we tap into this drawn liquidity. Okay, naturally. So basically, these are the trades that I have for like which I have looked at, which my chart supports, fortunately. So I will do back testing and I will gather more data. But I'm happy whatever happened today happened, and I will come back stronger. I'm like 2.5% drawdown into this 1K instead funded, but I am sure I can revive it, or even if I can't, which is fine. I'm just gonna keep moving forward, and I honestly think when I start taking these high probability setups instead of low probability setups, I could do something good.